welcome back to Sine and Metu. It's been great out here in the Zen camp in Poland. I'm having a lot of fun. I've met a lot of great people. Like always, Globetrotter always like throws the best stuff out there. As you guys know, I've been doing this for a while. I think my progress has been really good. If you've been keeping up with my other pages, make sure you follow the Instagram and the Facebook page. Progress is going really good. Cardio is getting really, really good. Skills, you know, the more you practice, the better it is, right?
Yeah.
And today I am super uber lucky to have somebody that has already been there and done that exactly where I want to go. So I'm gonna hand it over to her and let her speak a little bit about it.
Okay.
So,
I'm Wright VanOrnum. I'm from Portland, Oregon in the U.S. I'm a black belt. I got my black belt almost 2 years ago in December of 2015. I've been training about 10 years-ish. I train at Impact Jiu-Jitsu in Portland.
I mean, it sounds great. One of the first things I want to talk to you about is, and I've mentioned it before in the channel, if you've seen the Josh Cooksley interview, gear. Gear is so hard to find, especially for bigger women. We were just talking about the gis too, so I'm really going to check out Show Your Roll, shout out again. Because yeah, like even, you know, Christian did a phenomenal job trying to get me something that actually fit. The sleeves are still too big, but we're getting there a little bit, you know. But like I was mentioning to you earlier, I just dropped off like 10 gis to get tailored to my body because like I find that the female gis are always cut way too small, and the male ones are cut still a bit slim, but they're super long in every like limb, you know, except where we need it to be. So I was like really stoked when you mentioned the brand.
Show Your Roll and Albino and Preto, they make pretty much the same sizes. Sometimes A&P gis run a little bit wider, which is kind of nice. So they both have really good sizing. And Show Your Roll's been doing some, when the gis sell out online, they open up a pre-order to remake more gis so that more people can get them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So, and another thing now that we were also talking about that I would like to know more about, you know, your opinion is bigger women competing. You know, from when I started to where I'm now, it's a big difference, two very different divisions. And where I'm now, a lot of that mentality of, you know, you only won because you're bigger, or, you know, you know, like stigma behind that. But I always get proud of seeing women compete at higher levels, regardless of the size. Now, I have received some negativity behind me trying to compete at higher stages for various reasons. But one is pretty much because of my size. You know, they see it like it hinders me, and I'm trying to work through that. So, what, you know, you that you've been there, what would be like the best advice you can give me to still push through that, you know, and still compete at higher stages?
Can I swear on this?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, you can be so fucking brutally honest.
I say fuck what other people think. Like, if you physically can go out there and compete, do it. That's my opinion. If you look at arguably the best woman in the world right now is Tayani Porofino. I think I said that right. She's a big girl and she can move well and she does really well. Gabby Garcia is still a big girl. She just won ABCC. Like, I don't think it's right to tell somebody that they're too big to compete if they can physically do the match length and keep up.
We see, like, with Gabby, a couple years ago, she competed against Mackenzie, and, you know, she had a lot of backlash because, you know, the match she won, I don't remember the exact mechanics of how it all happened, but she got a lot of backlash because she was smashing a lot. Yet when Mackenzie beat her a couple years later, I think, or
by a penalty point.
It was 1 point, and so when that happened, it was like everybody was like, whoa, like she beat the biggest person ever, you know. I mean, and to be fair, if I had to face Gabby, I'd be fucking scared too. I'd probably, I'd probably show up, but I'd be like, really like, don't kill me slightly, you know, be gentle with me when you kill me. But, you know, I find it really, like, rude and mean to take somebody's win away by saying you won because of that. So just fuck them all.
Yeah, fuck them all. Like, go compete. That's the only time I get to roll against other women, my belt and maybe my size, is in competitions.
Yeah.
Or my friends that I've competed against in the past, and we train. I don't know. I think you just should compete.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think anybody has the right to tell you if you can't compete. Maybe your coach if they don't think you're skill-wise ready, but then you wouldn't have the belt you have.
Right.
That's my opinion.
What about no? So now I've been in. We were talking about people who don't compete versus people who compete. Don't always see eye to eye on things because it's a whole other level when you step on the mat.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to if we just catch a roll here, you might be able to tell me all my flaws in my game. But as far as competition goes, there's many flaws out there, I think.
Absolutely.
So somebody who's hasn't been doing this for a long time, a woman out there that is big, the initial point that, the way jiu-jitsu started bringing women in was, oh, you can lose weight, so come so you can lose weight. But I don't know, you tell me, I don't think that's like the whole of it. Like, I don't think your intention to start jiu-jitsu should always be weight loss.
No, I don't think so at all. Self-defense is one. For me, it's made me and my husband more comfortable being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And dealing with, like, if you have a bad day at work or even driving and somebody is really rude, you can deal with it differently. You can't get mad at somebody when you're rolling because they put their shoulder in your face. Like, you have to deal with things. I don't know, does that make sense? Like, It helps you adjust in the real world.
Right.
And deal with stressful positions and stressful situations. And it's given me, and I know my husband as well, like, it makes us feel better. Like, it's our release. When you go to the gym, you don't think about anything else. You don't think about work or any other issues. So I think it's a good release and stress release. And you can lift people instead of weights. That's what I say. We lift kettlebells, but I don't lift weights. I lift people. But I think weight loss is, if it happens, it happens. But I wouldn't expect it to happen either. Because I've gained weight while I've trained, so.
Okay. Me too, but I don't know if the circumstances were the same as to why I gained weight. I still don't know. Life happens, and that's why I love jiu-jitsu so much, because it's like life happened to me, but the one thing that stayed consistent was jiu-jitsu. Whether I sucked at it for, a while and then I got better and then I sucked again, or at least I felt like I was, that's the one thing that stayed consistent. Therefore, I feel like that's what I tell other women too. Like, come, because it's something that you can, if you love it, it'll be consistent, especially, we're married, so to me, even relationships aren't as consistent as jiu-jitsu can be to you, kind of a love affair I have there going on. My wife's gotten used to it, but man, I've enjoyed, taking your classes. I've enjoyed, being out here and being able to talk to you about the real gritty stuff. You guys know when I started this, it was going to be about the real gritty stuff. Like, it was just going to be down to the bare, I didn't want to talk about, like, oh, I'm training with world-class trainers, which I do, but I wanted to talk about the stuff that affects women in our division, such as simple shit like gear. Just gear. Trying to get gear to train properly is a freaking pain, So I've enjoyed it, and I appreciate all the tips and information you've given me, and I'm really gonna take it with me and move on with it. Anything else you want to say?
No. If anybody ever has any questions, like, you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. Hillary VanOrnum, or Hillary Wright VanOrnum, I guess, on Facebook, and Hill Van on Instagram.
I'll put all the information in the link below, so you guys can follow it along. I'm definitely going to be reaching out to you.
Absolutely.
Especially when I have those little negative people, like, swarm in a little bit.
Welcome. That's what I said. It's my best courtesy under. Welcome.
Oh, my training partner back at home, he loves them. He loves them all the time. He always has them on his podcast too. But yeah, cool. Anyway, so thank you very much. Guys, remember, keep training and always keep Sine Metu in mind, without fear. And ma'am, thank you.
Thanks.
Very much.
Yeah.